Hi, this is Anushka Vaish and welcome back to my channel. Another day, another episode of us talking about books. So today we are discussing about I Want to Die But I Want to Eat Tteokbokki by Beak. It's a Korean runaway bestseller, a self-help book and a part memoir. It also has a sequel that I am reading currently, which is I Want to Die But I Still Want to Eat Tteokbokki. And so in this video we are going to talk about this one, or a little bit about this one that I have read already. So this book is a self-help book and a part memoir written in dialogue transcript as conversation between author and her psychiatrist. So author is suffering from light depression, and I forgot the scientific name for it, I'll write it here. So she is suffering from light depression. If you don't know, it's something like not being in darkness but not being in light either. It's like a situation when sadness feels more comfortable and more familiar than being happy. Something that I really like about this book is the transparency. I mean, the author does not sugarcoat anything. These are just pure raw thoughts of a human being written on a paper. Like, it's so blatant and so real, which makes this book so relatable. Like, whilst reading this book, there were some thoughts of author was like, wait a minute, I also get these thoughts. This book is so relatable because the raw thoughts and the dilemma that as human beings we face daily in our lives, it's so blatant there, it's so noticeable, it's so conspicuous in this book. Like, she is really confused, the author is confused whether she is a good person or a bad person, and then psychiatrist helps her to understand that if you were a bad person, then you wouldn't be able to even notice or even realize or even question yourself that are you being bad or good. So because a bad person doesn't even realizes that they're doing something bad. Whilst reading this book, it was like someone emotionally or mentally being stripped naked. Like, the thoughts are so raw. Like, I'm repeating the same thing again and again because it is true actually. Like, every single thing, the loneliness you felt as the author felt as a child, or the the insecurities, whether it's physically or whether it's mentally, that she has. So everything is so raw in this book. Like, and one caution, that if you are thinking that it's like a normal self-help book which will give you instructions and things to do, then it's not for you, because this book doesn't give any of that. It's just a simple journey, not simple, but a journey of a person from recovering from their light depression or sorrow and being a better person. This book is a literally mix of lot of emotions, like how the author is questioning herself, then her sorrow, then thinking that maybe I am the problem and not the other people, then realizing actually that it's something that depends on her, or the things that do not depend on her, she cannot control them, and then she has to leave them eventually. There is one concept that I also read in this book, which is also annotated here, is seeing yourself three-dimensionally. Basically, every single thought you have does not define the entire you, or same with the other people, that it does not entirely define them. You have to think that if I am getting this thought, then where is it coming from? Because as a human being, looking deep within yourself is the most difficult part. So, and by thinking three-dimensionally about your every thought that bothers you makes it a little bit easier. If I have to give my personal opinion about this book, so this will be, if you are searching for straight answers then or instructions, this is not for you, because it's just a raw conversation between the author and her psychiatrist. It's just a therapy sessions that she taped and then made a book out of. So it's just that, and you literally get a good material to analyze or to dive deep into somebody's thought, or what actually happens to a person when they are trying to improve themselves or going through therapy. But so you have to analyze these things yourself. Like, I made my own interpretations and conclusions out of this book, and if you guys will read it, you will get to other conclusions. So this book is all about that. You will eventually only find those things in it, or will interact to or interpret to those things that you want or you need right now. Because I love these kind of books where you are the one to get to make the conclusions or decisions, because then you will eventually find only those things that you are in need of. For myself, I interpreted things like why we judge others, or why do we have thoughts like are we a good person or a bad person, or why the music and a newspaper or other form of media only brings back a same kind of, like a similar kind of memory. Not like, basically when you listen to sad music, all you will remember is your sad memories, and you're just and eventually thinking ki, my life is so sad, but which is not true. You also had good moments, and you will not remember them at that point because you are influencing yourself with only those kind of media which will only bring up that sad memories. Lastly, again, I would say this book does not offer any solutions or answers. You have a case study in front of you, and you can, if you would like to dive deeper into someone's journey, like knowing all their setbacks and how they overcome it, brushing themselves again and against putting energy in healing themselves, so then this book is obviously for you. That is it for today. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you like it, please do subscribe to this channel, and bye bye.